That is what we call an energy chain. All of the different types of energy, where they start, what they turn into, they're going from this energy to that energy. Notice that I have arrows between them. And the last little thing that I'll add is not all of those energies go fully from one object to another. As you've got them falling, you've got this gravitational potential energy, that boulder falling through the air. Does all of that energy go into Roadrunner when it hits? Or does some of it go somewhere else? Does all of it go into rearranging him and squishing him? Or do you see energy in other forms in that situation as well? Think about it. If something's flying through the air, can you feel the friction of the air hitting you? If there's air hitting you as it's going through, racing through the air, you actually have heat being transferred into the air. You're actually losing some of your energy in the form of heat. And if you hear it whistling as it falls down, you've actually got some of that kinetic energy being lost as sound. And when the boulder hits Roadrunner or the ground, you're going to hear a great big as they squish, which means not all of that energy has actually been transferred into rearranging the atoms. Some of it got transferred into the sound of the squish. So we can actually make this picture a little bit more detailed. Because here we've got some energy being transformed into heat because of the friction as it flies through the air, and sound. They're the main ones that waste energy everywhere around us. As it's falling, not all of that energy is turning into kinetic energy over falling. Some of it is being wasted heating up the air as that boulder hits all of the little air particles around it. It actually heats them up and helps them to vibrate more. So it's heating up the air, and you'll hear it. So there's sound energy being released there. So not all of that energy goes into kinetic energy. Some of it is lost. And when it's lost, notice how I put an arrow out to the side. That's because, is it actually achieving my ultimate objective of falling and squishing the Roadrunner? How does heat and sound help me squish him better? No. I can't actually use that heat and sound to squish Roadrunner, therefore it's lost to me, and therefore I put it as a little arrow going out of my energy chain. As he was pumping his muscles to push that boulder up the hill, did all of his energy go into pushing that boulder, or did some of it get lost as heat because he was sweating? And did some of it get lost as sound because you would have heard the crunching of that boulder as it pushed across the ground? And some of it would have been lost in many other little ways. You actually lose every time you transfer or transform energy. Not all of it will be transferred or transformed. Some of it will be transformed into types of energy you don't want it to. And we call them lost or wasted types of energy. So you've done an awful lot of learning now with not only about the different types of energy, but we've now gone through how to put that into a picture. Now the only way to get better at this is to practice. And I like practicing on things that we actually really get or we've tried out before. So we're going to practice with examples of Coyote and Roadrunner, and we're going to practice with examples from our investigations in the classroom and see if we can put them into pictures to really depict what's happening, what type of energy we're using, what type of energy we're making, and where we're losing energy and it's not doing what we actually want it to do. You're going to be practicing doing all of these conceptualizations so that you can actually then figure out how to make your machines better. That's the ultimate goal here.